last one. So we'll go ahead and start the movie. Alright guys, welcome. We're going to be doing watch parties every night. Classic horror movies. From now until Halloween.
Myself, I'm Watson Pritchard. In just a minute, I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world. Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it. Since then, I've owned the house. I've only spent one night there, and when they found me in the morning, I was almost dead.
On Haunted Hill tonight so that my wife can give a party. A haunted house party. She's so amusing. There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited. If any of you will spend the next 12 hours in this house, I'll give you each $10,000. Or your next of kin in case you don't survive. Ah, but here come our other guests. It was my wife's idea to have our guests come in funeral cars. She's so amusing. Her sense of humor is, shall we say, original. I dreamed up the hearse. It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill, who knows? This is Lance Schroeder, a test pilot, so no doubt a brave man. But don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that Lance needs the $10,000 I'll give him, if he's brave enough to stay all night. This is Ruth Bridges. You've no doubt read her column in the newspapers. She says her reason for coming to the party is to write a feature article on ghosts. She's also desperate for money. Gambles. You've already met Watson Pritchard. A man living in mortal fear of a house, and yet he is risking his life to spend another night here. I wonder why. He says for money. This is Dr. David Trent, a psychiatrist. He claims that my ghost will help his work on hysteria. But don't you see a little touch of greed there? Around the mouth and eyes. This is Nora Manning. I picked her from the thousands of people who work for me because she needed the $10,000 more than most. Supports her whole family. Isn't she pretty? The party's starting now, and you have until midnight to find the house on Haunted Hill.
Okay.
Stop playing. Well, what the hell? Alright, holding on guys, we're having technical difficulty with the movie here. Alright guys, we're gonna have to restart the movie, so I don't think there's any way, but that's great because it means everybody can join. Alright guys, we're gonna have to restart the movie. So I wish I had gotten the start of that. I don't think there's any way, but that's great because it means everybody can join. What the hell is going on?
A lot of noise, but no movie, babe.
There it is. It's there.
There it is.
The ghosts are moving tonight, restless, hungry. May I introduce myself? I'm Watson Pritchard. In just a minute, I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world. Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it. Since then, I've owned the house. I've only spent one night there, and when they found me in the morning, I was almost dead.
Danny, can you kill the lights? Or turn them down?
I'm Frederick Lauren. And I've rented the house on Haunted Hill tonight so that my wife can give a party. A haunted house party. She's so amusing. There'll be food and drink and ghosts.
Go one more.
And perhaps even a few murders.
One more. There we go. Perfect.
You're all invited. If any of you will
For the
spend
most
the
part,
next
that's
12
very
hours in this house, I'll give you each $10,000. Or your next of kin in case you don't
Welcome
survive.
to the movie, everyone.
Ah, but here come our other guests. It was my wife's idea to have our guests come in funeral cars. She's so
That
amusing.
is my,
Her sense of humor is, shall we say, original. I dreamed up the
logo's
hearse.
still there.
It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill, who knows? This is Lance Schroeder, a test pilot, so no doubt a brave man. But don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that Lance needs the $10,000 I'll give him, if he's brave enough to stay all night. This is Ruth Bridges. You've no doubt read her column in the newspapers.
Mountain Dew on me?
She says her
go
reason for
underneath
coming to the
freezer.
party is to write a feature article on ghosts. She's also desperate for money. Gambles.
I don't know about Cokes. What a Coke.
You've already met Watson Pritchard, a man living in mortal fear of a house, and yet he is risking his life to spend another night here. I wonder why. He
Beating
says
tap.
for money. This is Dr. David Trent, a psychiatrist. He claims that my ghost will help his work on hysteria. But don't you see a little touch of greed there? Around the mouth and eyes? This is Nora Manning. I picked her from the thousands of people who work for me because she needed the $10,000 more than most. Supports her whole family. Isn't she pretty? The party's starting now, and you have until midnight to find the house on Haunted Hill.
did it again. Is that the same spot?
Yeah.
Oh. The hell. Okay. We're having operational errors here again. Let me see if they got another version I can play. I don't understand why it's having that problem. Oh, it just, like, I mean, it looks like it's stuck. Well, guys, I might end up having to pick a different movie if this one's going to keep having problems.
Try to get past that point, Beth, and see if it helps.
So this is where it was at, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Alright, here we go.
Outside doing it.
That's so weird.
Oh, maybe it's just a
Who closed the door?
Maybe it's ghosts.
You're so goofy.
This thing's made of solid steel.
Gosh, that was close.
So do you think I should keep it horizontal, or do you think I should turn it vertical so it's like at the top of the screen for people that don't like scroll. Okay, guys, I'm gonna change the orientation here for
Guess
you.
here, unfortunately still alive. Is your face on yet?
Dust and dirt everywhere, and the water barely trickles. Couldn't you have had the place cleaned?
Atmosphere, darling, you know how ghosts are. They never tidy up. Well, that's a very fetching outfit, but hardly suitable for a party.
I'm not going to the party.
The spend the night ghost party was your idea, remember? Since it's going to cost me $50,000, I want you to have fun.
The party was my idea until you invited all the guests. Why, all these strangers are none of our friends.
Friends? Do we have any friends?
No, your jealousy took care of that.
I had a reason for inviting each guest. I wanted kind of a cross-section. From psychiatrist to typist, and from drunk to jet pilot. They share one thing. They all need money. Now let's see if they're brave enough to earn it.
And you call this a party?
Could be.
Why do you always do that? It spoils the champagne.
It might explode.
Never does.
Could you guarantee that?
That isn't funny, Frederick.
Make a good headline. Playboy kills wife with champagne cork. Will you join me?
No, thank you.
Just
so
a
hard to
stick,
get it just
trying to
right.
prove your humor.
My humor is fine, thanks. And I haven't poisoned it.
It's always good to know that. Have some. You'll enjoy the party more. Go on.
Your trust is so touching. And I'm not going to the party.
Of all my wives, you're the least agreeable.
But still alive.
Would you go away for $1 million and tax-free? You want it all, don't you?
I deserve it all. If jealousy isn't tax-free, your possessiveness is maddening.
If ever a man had grounds for divorce,
That can't prove them.
the time will come. You'll slip up one of these days,
Think so?
if I live long enough. You remember the fun we had when you poisoned me?
Something you ate, the doctor said.
Yes, arsenic on the rocks. Annabelle, you'd do it again if you thought you could get away with it, wouldn't you?
Darling, what makes you think that?
Something about you. Hear that hanging is very uncomfortable, in case you get any more
Somebody hearted us.
Yay!
Thanks for the heart, whoever that was.
This is what she used on my
Definitely
brother
need a
and
couch
her
over.
sister. Hacked them to pieces.
Personally, no.
Parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think. The funny thing is, their heads have never been found. Hands and feet, things like...
Are you freaking kidding me?
Damn it. That's not right. He was just talking about the heads and the hands that haven't been found.
Okay. What is going on?
This sucks.
I agree. It's some BS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it here?
I don't really know where it was. It's past that. I don't know where it was. Maybe
The
there.
pieces.
Yeah, that's good, right
We
there.
found parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think. The funny thing is, their heads have never been found. Hands and feet and things like...
I'm about to find another movie. It makes no sense. So that was 12 minutes.
Jail would be proud of. And the only door to the outside locks.
If it happens
by the
again, guys, we're switching
No
movies.
electricity, no phone, no one within miles, so no way to call for help.
Like a coffin.
So if any of you decide not to stay for the party, you must let me know before midnight. Of course, if you leave, I shan't be able to pay you anything.
I'm interested in your reasons for this, party. Aside from pleasant company.
Ghosts, Doctor. I think everyone wonders what they would do if they saw a ghost. And now my wife has given us all the opportunity to find out.
Amusing. Ghosts, etc., being only creations of hysteria, your party should be a success.
But Pritchard here promises us genuine ghosts.
7 now. Maybe more before morning.
That's cheerful.
4 men have been murdered in this house. And 3 women.
You planned your party very well, Mr. Lawrence. 4 of us are men, 3 are women. Well, it goes for everybody.
Pritchard, why don't you take us on a tour through the house and let's see what happens.
See that stain? Blood. A young girl was killed here. And whatever got her wasn't human.
Oh.
For the love of goodness sakes. Okay. Picking a different movie, guys, because this one has too many issues. What do you think? Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
Let's see if there's one that I can download. That would be better. Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I might be able to fix this. Nope. This one only has the one version of the movie and it sucks. Okay. So I guess that's something I should watch for in the future. Alright guys, we're switching to Night of the Living Dead. Maybe? Smith, I Am Legend.
Uh-huh.
Omega Man is open domain, which was the original adaptation of the book. That's cool, right? Let me edit the streams.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, darling, she can. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due
Mother
to a
wants to
technical
remember, so
problem.
we trot 200 miles into the country. There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
Well, there's no one around.
It's late. You've gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep when the time changed.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish, you can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one. Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh? Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny.
He doesn't look very zombie to me. He does not look dead at all.
Oh, look, she fell. She lost her shoe.
You know why she fell? Because bitches be tripping. Why hasn't she been taken off this whole time?
I think her brother had the key.
No, she's going.
Unless she left the emergency room.
Oh, you think she's just rolling?
Yeah, because it's not like the emergency room.
So she's gonna try and roll away from him. Well, we definitely know she can't run from him.
Well, no, because she, oh look, she can't drive from him either.
Because bitches be tripping.
That has nothing to do with her driving.
No, I'm saying she can't run from him because bitches be tripping.
Okay.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She trips again. Okay, not yet.
Wait, it's coming though.
Yep, she almost did.
She barely can run. Now he can walk faster than she can run. And apparently he doesn't trip even though he's dragging his feet.
Right? And so, no, so here's my question. Why is she so incapable of running? I thought they were all into running and skating and yoga and, you know, sweating with oldies and all that shit back in the 60s. Okay, no, that's right. Yeah, oldies was the 60s. What's her name? I
Richard
guess.
Simmons was in the 80s. I
Yeah, and I guess Olivia Newton-John was like the 80s, 90s, right?
Yeah, so you're yeah, they probably were children.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I don't think yoga was popular in the 60s, was it?
Well, you know what I mean. But like they were all like hippied out and doing like
But that's
new
not
age
yoga.
shit.
That's more the flower child
Yeah.
and peace and love. And, now this is not peace and love because he doesn't want to love her
was just trying to collect some
He
bucket
was
list.
collecting nothing.
He wanted to get her too.
Oh, look, she knocked something off.
Dude, that sucks, because, like, House on Haunted Hill was looking like it was actually going to be good.
I know. Now, where did she get the knife from? Or letter opener or whatever. I didn't see her pick it up.
Like, just, like, off the, like,
Like
entryway?
when she knocked the stuff off.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe that's why she knocked it off. She was going for the letter opener.
Meg. But who is she? Who is she looking for in the house when he's outside? That's my. You're in somebody else's house with a letter opener or a knife, so. I knew that was coming. Because that always works to make your phone.
Well, for the younger people watching this movie, that's a rotary phone, and she dialed the operator, because back then you had to connect calls through the operator. No cell phones back then.
He's been joined by some friends.
I hope these guys look more dead, because, like, that would be a problem during the zombie apocalypse. We couldn't even tell who was the zombies. The scores are awesome on this.
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a
We
key?
should stream the wedding, too.
We can try to get out if we get some gas. Is there a key?
He's asking her questions and she's not saying shit. She's not saying.
Suppose we tried this.
She's just walking around the house.
Is that her boyfriend? Or is that just some other random dude?
He's just.
Do you live here?
See, he's random. Remember it was only her and her brother in the cemetery.
Or her brother? Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Well, I assume it was her brother because they talk about being children and grandpa and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So brother or cousin?
I'm saying brother. She's lost her mind already.
We
She
gotta get out of
can't
here.
speak.
We have to get where there's some other people.
Bitches be tripping.
Maybe we better take some food.
How'd you, honey?
I'll see if I can find some
Honey.
food.
Can you see? Because I can move that to the back.
No, I can
Reason-
see.
Okay.
I can see. Oh, she got blood on her. Magically, she found the knife that she dropped.
Why'd she get blood on it?
You didn't see it, did you?
two of them. There's two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two. I know you're afraid, but we...
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Now he looks more like a zombie. He has some orphan stripes. Oh, somebody's coming out of the closet. Gonna get her.
That must mean we're about due for a horror scream. And he just whacked that zombie in his own house.
Oh, look. Head injury. Red lines off the screen. Thank you.
I know we're in here now. Don't look at it.
Don't look at him. Oh, there's more.
Can you flip it back to air conditioning? Now it's getting monkey because I turned off the air conditioning. Just do low cool. I feel like the inhaler is making a boogie. Yeah, I was gonna stop anything. Jesus.
There's some more lights on in this house.
Did you see that product shot? Lipton tea bags.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you find some wood?
They have product placement even then?
Yeah, I saw it.
Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have have to try to board the house up together. I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. You understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. You understand? Okay? Okay?
Where's she supposed to be getting wood from?
I don't know. I guess people just keep wood in their house, just generally, you know, to board up doors in case you need it. That's helpful. That's good. That is gonna help get the zombies away.
Well, it's not convenient.
She is being so.
Dude, you're on your own.
Is she gonna crawl into the fireplace?
Well, at least you found some wood. She dumb. And how did he find the hammer and the nails?
He got in a drawer. That's what the lieutenant private replacement is.
Gotcha. Now, not for nothing, in that situation, the best bet would be to find the basement or the attic, so they only have one spot to block. Right?
Yeah. Did you have windows?
Just got the biggest bunch you can find.
I don't know why he keeps talking to her because she's clearly
Yeah, this room looks pretty
a
secure.
lunatic. She's just lost it completely.
If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors.
Now, if we have to, though, because he's thinking that
They all I think, in fact, pounding their way in there. They're afraid now.
he seems to be an expert on zombies.
They're afraid of fire. I found that out.
Yeah, I don't think that big ass window's gonna be a problem. Especially with the shades down so they can get dinner.
You know, a place back down the road
Or
called
like part way down, you know?
Ethan's Diner. Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I jumped in to listen to it. But a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it. Grabbing and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it.
She folded up the table for
Right
him.
across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. Right out like a moving bonfire.
hopefully that gets rid of any
Didn't know
doubling.
if the truck was going to explode or what.
Hello, hello,
Still, young
hello,
man,
hello.
screaming.
There we go.
This thing is just backing away from us.
I'm gonna try
I
to
looked
check
back
the
at the
repeater,
dynos,
making sure that it wasn't picking up
If there was anyone
audio
there who could help me.
through the microphone again. Yeah,
That's when I
no.
noticed that the entire place had been encircled. Wasn't a sign of life left, except by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't
Yeah,
run.
hitting 50 or 60 like people without it. Like,
Just stood there staring at me.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
would have been stuck in the middle of a crowd of 50 or
Just
60
wanted to
people.
crush them.
Well, remember, cars were much tougher back then.
Oh, that's true, that's true.
Scattered through the air like
Cars were actually metal.
Yes, they were. They were very heavy metal.
We were riding in the cemetery. Johnny and me. Johnny,
I should have known that because my first car was a 67 Mustang and it was steel as fuck.
See?
we came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And oh, it's hot in here. Hot. And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said,
If she's not
Johnny,
ready to take off the jacket,
if
like
you'd
she's
gotten
got
up
the fucking
earlier,
boobs out of it.
we wouldn't be late. Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said,
Maybe
"I'm
she's
not
just a
afraid,
chocolate fan.
Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Please."
If she was hitting Homer, she'd be comatose.
And he grabbed me.
Okay,
He
now
grabbed
she's...
me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!"
I don't remember all this, do you?
Let me go. He ripped.
Yeah, I do remember this.
And
Yes.
then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man.
Yes.
And I got so afraid. I ran.
I remember that
I
part.
ran. And Johnny didn't come. We had to wait for Johnny. We better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him.
Johnny's dead.
Please! We have got to go get Johnny! Please help me! Please!
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school. Hey, pick up.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone!
It's her brother.
No! My brother is not dead!
Let her ass go out there and find her brother. You can stay in there and be safe.
Welcome to the stream, user 5621682297251.
That's a lot of numbers.
Yo.
You
Will Smith, that's how you do it. Well, that escalated quickly.
Because she was hot, remember? He was helping her.
I really miss Mystery Science Theater 3000. That was such a funny show.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the
I need to
crisis
get
which is even now
a
developing,
chair here
this
next
radio
to me
station
when
will
we're at
remain
work.
on the air day and
So
night.
you can watch
This station
movies
and
with
hundreds
me.
of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources
I
through an
heard funny.
emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being so at this point there is no
I forgot the whole time I had this
say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. This chain of monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluge with calls for help. Scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia,
Alright, Wilfred,
governors of several eastern
Geiger
states
3.
indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice
Elam
we
Lopez.
get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to get their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you are.
Why would he do that?
They're afraid of fire.
We just received word that the president has called a meeting of his cabinet.
You see,
With the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the 2/3 of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and will join meetings behind closed doors. The White House spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. The extent of this latest meeting, members of this cabinet, the FBI, Joint Chiefs of Staff and NASA, and the FBI. All radio and TV stations you're listening have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to bring forward even at this hour, even if there are other reasons for this wave of
And did you check on the Google?
Yeah, he was watching TV.
Tell the people for God's sake to get off the street. Tell them to go
Here's our other kid right here.
windows of light. We don't know what
Right?
He said, here's our other kid right here.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in his bed back there.
So far, the only description of anyone has
these people on Twitch are liking it. We got 7 viewers on Twitch watching.
Awesome. Score.
Oh, did you see that thing I sent you about the gun that has the bullet adjuster so you can like use almost any ammo with it? So yeah, it's kind of cool. So like it's a shotgun, like you want to use 38, you put 38 adapter in there.
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
Or not, yeah, anything center.
One of these.
So basically anything but 22.
This place is boarded up pretty solid now. We have the all for a while. We have the gun, bullets, food, and radio. Sooner or later, someone bound to come and get us out. Hey, that's us. We're doing all right. Look, I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm going upstairs now. If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there, and I'll be down to take care of it. Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Does he even introduce
Civil
himself?
defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured.
I guess he found the wife, huh? The wife of the guy who busted out of the closet?
I think they found her first, didn't they? 'Cause she's the one that's got like part of the crazy.
Consistent
Oh, I
reports
didn't know
from
they'd been
witnesses to
upstairs at all.
the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and
No,
eating
remember
their
when he got
victims,
there, he
prompted
the
authorities to
guy
examine
busted
the
out the
bodies
closet.
of some of the victims.
No, but
Medical authorities in Cumberland
okay.
have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they killed. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of massacre.
A radio.
Pennsylvania, the Butler County Sheriff is verified by their slaves. He is proof. No further details available at this
All movies are kind of cheesy.
I could use some help up here.
Radio!
Save the place. You mean you didn't hear the racket?
Put my
How are we supposed to know
ear
what's
to
going on?
it.
Could have been those things for all we knew. That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody that needed help. Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there. We thought when you hear screams that, for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward. And you wouldn't come up and help. Well, if there were more, the racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on? Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice.
Get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We went into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this, mister? We came out. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
We can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All the three spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood? So wife and kids downstairs. Kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that up downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got a million windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we go.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Mom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we never know where they were going to hit us next. You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it. But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar's a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. Maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens. Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper. No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours. Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
You locked yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 up there now.
It's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
It's all right.
Do you not know how a gun works? You don't have to stick it in his face to use it. You're being watched. His nose caught that one.
But he was too lazy to get it when I talked.
Oh, she's eating her own fingers. That was
You're
gross.
crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in that damn cellar. Get out of here!
beating around the bush. Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly, I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly get all the racket, those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're a father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. Their old man is so stupid. Now,
Oh,
get the hell
snap.
down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here. You bastards.
You know he wanted to say it.
I mean, Mr. Cooper, with your help, we can... With my help?
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here. I let them get her too, huh? Sorry. Okay. Hey, we stick together, man. We can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off. All three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid.
Clearly, they never played 7 Days to Die. Okay,
He's wrong, you know.
thank you.
I'm not boxing myself in down there.
On the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now. Boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We knew she was screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Derek.
Is she all right?
I don't know what to do. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see. When they come begging me, let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
You mean you're an asshole who thinks
Does
he knows
anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it is, it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio.
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, or they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
Your husband thinks you're an idiot, or your wife thinks you're an idiot too.
We may not enjoy living together, but dying together is
Look
going
at
to solve
that, Mama's
anything.
so sweet. She gave me
Those
a
people
treat.
are our enemies. Let's go up. Tom? If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, I will. Will you do it?
I have to.
Look, honey, nothing's going to be done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me. Okay, open up.
There, you gotta fill in the little girl's gonna turn into a zombie.
Yep. That's probably what's wrong with her. She's been bitten.
Oh, was she bitten?
No, I said that's probably what's wrong with her. She's probably been bitten.
I'll take good care of her, Helen.
So they learned everybody's names.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
If the zombies come, honey, we're A-okay.
We'll be just fine.
So don't you worry.
I
brother
about
was
no zombies.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go talk to him and tell him.
What's she doing? Eating the couch?
Kind of looks that way. She is crazy.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
She kind of looks like Julia Roberts.
She does, yeah. You want some more before I put it
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here. Give me one of those.
Why don't you start working on weak spots instead of complaining?
Her brother was killed.
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 15 million of those things out there.
Doesn't matter.
That's how much these windows are.
Don't do anything but talking, you put it.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Yeah. Mr. Cooper.
Here, I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here. You better
So
watch
back
this
then you wouldn't get
crowd.
any signal if you weren't attached to the roof antenna.
I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't want any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on. There's no sound. Play with the rabbit here.
If reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this? Shut up.
In all parts of the country, the wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word that's just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in the report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed. We're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Meeting called this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference of the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump? Look.
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon? There's a definite connection. In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations? There was a very high degree of radiation.
Just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
The logical explanation that we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen. I must disagree with the
So if it's happening in the east of the country, why is it nighttime where they're at, but daytime
Everything
where they're
is
talking
being
about?
done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
Continuity
Professor,
error.
you feel that there is a definite connection between as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded, unusual amount of radiation enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances?
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for the...
Later.
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Well, perhaps there will be a report
Yes.
later.
We have everything possible to solve the problem.
You know, we have to try to get out of here.
These other rescue stations are doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
It's one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
Any moment.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong. How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with us there.
Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injury.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic problem of
Look, you go down there and tell, Judy, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
To wash upstairs. Did she ask for me? She hadn't done anything. I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy. I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want. Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
Trying to
It's
figure
only a
out.
matter of minutes.
meds.
I want to move that to the
Give people
front.
time
Or
to
I guess I can put
Well,
it
you're
on
right.
top.
It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
Dude, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
Oh,
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails. Hold them on while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. Or maybe a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas. You can come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave the door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump
There we
out
go.
back.
And I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you also back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back in.
I know my honey's not some fatty bitch
Then
to
we'll
go
worry
for
about
it like
getting
that.
everybody into the truck.
No way. No.
Now, let's move it.
Exceptional rescue station has been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? How many do you have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
We have a couple people
Tom,
watching
are
on
you sure
Rumble.
about the phone?
The phone
So we got
is
people
dead
watching
now.
on Rumble,
That only gives a
Twitch,
recorded message.
kind of popping in and out on
Call
TikTok,
folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
YouTube.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know.
Oh, I can't look at the list. We can put up a poll like what people want to do tomorrow.
Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
But why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now. But there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me? Boy, you're sure you won't use it all, are you? We've got work to do. Me, and you.
We're gonna get her downstairs.
We have to go down the stairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to
There's your torch.
Good luck.
No fire scares away. There's your torch. Well, clearly that's not a new thing, people being stupid in horror movies. Right?
It's an age-old concept.
Mhm.
Stupidity and horror movies go together.
I still just have the feeling the little girl's gonna become a zombie.
Me too.
I think she was hurt when the car rolled over.
Did they say anything about a car rolling over?
Yeah, he said a bunch of them flipped their car.
Ready upstairs.
He didn't say they did, though.
Huh? No, that's why they entered the house,
Oh,
because,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
a bunch
yeah,
of them flipped the car.
Yeah, some of the zombies flipped the car. Yes, I remember that.
And you just threw it at the car, you dipshit.
It's a truck right there. It's supposed to be getting into.
I know, all those leaves out there are gonna catch fire. It's not on fire.
Well, you don't know if they're dry or not because it's black and white.
Should have been targeting them the whole time.
Get back in the cellar. No, it's too late.
Where's it coming? Come on.
I'm going with him. Oh my god. There's more stupidity.
Shoot him in the fucking head, dude.
I don't see why they haven't gone here. He does not know how to drive.
Like, you think he would get when he bashed their skulls in and they killed him. So let's bring fire to the gas.
Key won't work.
And how did that not push the holes?
Yeah, the truck's
Gotta get away from the pump. Hang on. No, I'm just going to get out of the truck.
I'm kind of curious what's causing the truck to burn.
You didn't see him spraying the gas all over the side of the truck.
Oh, they just burned alive.
Yeah, he's like, instead of like waiting to squeeze the handle, he squeezed it before it
He whiskey throttled the.
Yeah, exactly.
What a dumbass.
And set the truck on fire because he said the stupid fucking torch behind the
Head, dude, head. Or douse them all with gas. That would have been the smartest thing to do. Douse them all with gas, then light them on fire. Man, people are just bad with dealing with zombies back then. These people are toast. They're too dumb.
They're way too stupid. Number one, he's chicken shit. Mr. Cooper's chicken shit.
When all this is done, your wife's gonna leave you, you coward. I think Rennie took all my dishes, including my spoon for my candy. Ah, well. No candy.
Drag you out there and feed you those
I
things.
that I know of.
No, you collected dishes and stuff out here. Yeah. That's because my honey cleans for me.
I'll try not to clean your man cave any longer.
I didn't say anything like that. Yeah, the Haitian voodoo thing is completely fake, and yet for some reason I'm getting advertisements for real voodoo products.
So, that's not relevant to the movie. These are zombies, not voodoo.
Ah, but some theories say that voodoo makes the zombies.
Yeah, they believe in zombies and they believe in making people zombies, but
What are they eating?
they're eating some guts. See the guts?
Yeah, from who?
Well, there's a liver.
Oh, that's so gross.
Probably from the ones that got blown up in the truck.
And they got their meal cooked.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Chris Christopherson died?
Yeah, I did see that.
And last week it was Professor McGonagall.
I know who that is.
I forget her name.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only
Maggie
10 more
Smith.
minutes?
Looked
We
like
don't have
Professor
very long to wait.
Do what?
Maggie Smith
We can
looked like
leave.
Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter.
Oh, we better
Yeah,
leave
she
soon.
died.
Harry Potter.
It's 10 minutes
I
to
know who
3.
she is.
So now Snape's dead, McGonagall's dead, Harry's one of that allies.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
There you go. See, bitter.
What's
Wrong arm.
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
person out there.
Look at that.
They put a bare bottom in this movie.
Good Lord.
He's got underwear on. That's it, though. Boxers.
Being monitored closely by scientists
He's
at all
probably
the
got bigger
radiation
boobs than
detection
you think,
stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues
Some
to
people
increase
like that.
steadily.
It's
So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that
What a
dead
soul
bodies
makeup.
will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating
little more
ghouls.
than
All
me.
persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film
Butler,
report.
Pennsylvania.
All law enforcement agencies and the military
There's the history
have been
there.
organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
What do you think from the supply rack?
Ghoul noise.
No, we're all right.
Hey, Jack, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want to get up again. All right, we got nothing.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good.
You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
But again,
You
it's
think we'll be
daytime,
able to defeat these things?
but nighttime.
Well, we
Yep.
killed 19 of them today right in this area. And those last three,
That's
we
literally
caught trying to claw
impossible.
their way into an abandoned shed. They must have
There's
thought
no way
somebody
for
was
it to
in there.
be
Now, what the? We
right
were
on the
making all
East
kinds of
Coast.
noise. We came
So
over and beat
nighttime
them off,
anywhere else.
blasted them down.
That would have to be in a different
Yeah,
timeline.
okay.
Yeah.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardell, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. No, it isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Ellen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
But 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window, Plunkett.
still standing there. Man, I had you down there the whole time.
Karen's eating her dad, thanks.
Oh, baby.
Oh, look, come on, Karen's gonna help herself to you too.
What kind of scream was that?
Well, apparently Mom can't do anything for herself, so she just waved in and let her daughter stay on her.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a little girl, for one. And again, walking right past the hatchet. Why isn't he shooting them in the head? Or hitting them in the head? Or hitting them?
There's
Brother?
Johnny! Johnny took his sister. Where's the first go?
Now the daughter's behind him. I still love that they said it's an East Coast phenomenon. So obviously they're on the East Coast. But it's dark where they're at. For an hour now. Yet broad daylight. Long enough they can put together hunting parties. Oh, it's so funny. can't show him off and the mom, but they can show the little girl killing her. In the first place.
Oh, it's daylight. They don't like the daylight.
Though the sheriffs were out killing them during the day.
Exactly.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. You go here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard's End. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
They'll go and check me off to see what's happening. All right, Steve, tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
The doggies disagree.
I need you down there by the barn. I'm going to try to control the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Ben. Yeah, sure looks like it.
I have a feeling he's gonna come out, they're gonna shoot him.
You know it's possible.
He's the devil. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here? All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house. There's something here. I heard a noise.
Is that Kirk Douglas?
I don't know.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
Yep. There you go.
Good shot.
He's dead.
Okay,
gone.
he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Well, there's that. Last survivor.
I'll direct you ahead. Back off of those things.
Yeah, it's gruesome. Well, that still really sucks that couldn't get the other movie to work.